Que pasa, mi amigos? It's Nima here, and this week I want to do something different for our sales video. Usually I like to name about 10 or 12 different games that I just want to focus on, but for today I want to really focus on just 2 of them with a couple other additions as well. The first one I want to talk about is Pathway. This game comes to us from Chucklefish, which is already a good pedigree, so, that's something to work off of. But Pathway is a very interesting game. So, gameplay-wise, it's very much like, an RTS or a tactics style game where you have to worry about cover, you have to worry about abilities, and things like buffing, debuffing. Those make a huge difference. Not to mention, this one also has permadeath in it from what I understand. I haven't played it yet. This is a game that I've been looking forward to, and it's just been on my wish list for the longest time, basically ever since it came out. And now today, it is $1.99. It is 87% off, which is amazing. And you have about 5 days to which you can grab that, and I would suggest just getting it. It looks so good. It's essentially, though, a game that takes place in 1936, and the spread of the Nazi influence is definitely a part of the game. But at the same time, you have a whole cast of characters who are kind of excavating for special treasures and artifacts and things of that nature, and you run into arguably Nazis as sympathizers and other people, and so you can create however team you want to set up. You have 16 characters available, and each one has like a different skill or a different trait that you can use to your advantage depending on just how you want to set the whole thing and what's going to work better for you and what's not. Now, the other thing that I find really cool about it is this game actually offers you options. Like, hey, do you want to further excavate and possibly get gems or artifacts or something like that? Or do you want to make a stand and like save the village or a villager? Like, there's all sorts of different options available. Now, I will say there is a little bit of confusion about the length of the game because according to the website, it says it only has 5 different campaigns, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's like 5 different levels or like an entire story, 5 of them. Each one generates a new series of events and new things that can happen, so playability is definitely here for that game. I'm really excited for it, and anything that Chucklefish puts its name to is usually good quality. Not to mention, you're getting it for $1.99. The graphics are what they are. They're not gonna completely shock you, but they're not bad either. It looks pretty good. I like the idea of being able to form your own team, having different skills to be able to play off of, and I really want to investigate this whole thing about different choices you can make. Either way, I think it would be a mistake to pass up on Pathway. I've never seen it this low. I would definitely pick it up. You have about 5 more days. Like I said, $1.99, down 87%. Now, the other game that I wanted to highlight was Gods Will Fall, which is a game where you take up a band of about 8 different warriors, and you decide that you've been tortured and punished long enough for the gods as they've been tormenting humanity for over a millennia. You all decide to take up blades and sever your ties with the gods, literally. This game does have some different mechanics that are pretty interesting. Now, aside from the fact that it does play a lot like a roguelike, meaning there is a lot of action, and you do have to get good at comboing and dodging and that kind of battling, but also the fact that your characters can die, and when they die, they are gone, but they affect your team. And that's what I find really interesting about it. So, some of your characters will be related, some of them will be really good friends, and depending on the actions that you choose to do, will depend the, morale of the other guys, or how much anger they have on them. And the anger can actually work to boost them or to hurt them, depending on what you do. For instance, if one of your allies dies in one of the realms, their brother or sister will become very angry, will, receive kind of an attack buff in that realm. But if you leave and you go to a different realm or go to fight a different god, then that attack buff will turn into a debuff, and they'll be just broken morally, and they'll lose a lot. So it's kind of a cool mechanic. And I'll be honest with you, I have not actually played this game. In fact, the 2 high games I wanted to highlight, I've never played, but they've been on my list, and I've been waiting for a sale. I don't know why I didn't just get them, but I haven't. So I definitely have already got them, and I'm going to want to hear some sort of review or thoughts or first impression kind of thing. Let me know when I can get that out pretty quick, maybe within a day or so. Now, there is a few other games I did want to talk about, as we basically don't have a lot of other time to grab some of these games, but first off, I did want to talk about Outlast. Outlast is a really cool, horror game, pretty freaky, and right now you can get it for 80% off, $5.99, which is insane, down from $29.99, and Outlast 2, which is, I think, even better, a little bit more creepy, because it's not just, confined, you're out in the open, you're, out in kind of, this this desert area, but Outlast 2 is also on sale, and I will have the price in the description. Unfortunately, I purchased it, so I can't find it right now, and of course, the new website for the deals, it just sucks. I hate it. Like, if you had to navigate that thing, I'm sorry. Because it's a real son of a bitch. They changed the whole thing. Another game that you only have a couple days to get is Yooka-Laylee. Yooka-Laylee is really fun. It's really slept on. It's like platformer, kind of like think of like Crash Bandicoot, maybe Donkey Kong Country sort of type games. Really fun. Really interesting. And right now, that game is $7.99. Regularly, $39.99. So you're getting a massive saving here. Also, the Yooka-Laylee, the Impossible Dungeon, is also on sale as well, which I can understand if you've never played it. I probably would just go with the regular. The Impossible Dungeon, which I haven't even done, I've heard is incredibly difficult. Like, literally, it's called the Impossible Dungeon for a reason. Another game that I would definitely check out would be Graveyard Keeper. Graveyard Keeper is awesome, especially if you're a big fan of like the Stardew Valley kind of games, except this one has a little bit of a twist to it. Instead of taking care of animals and your crops, you're taking care of autopsies and, well, the graveyard. It's a really cool game. It's one of those games I wish I had more time to play, because what I have played of it, I really enjoy it. The entire bundle, like Ultimate Collector's Edition, for $19.99, and that's 50% off the price of $39.99, and you can also get just the base game as well for $9.99. I would definitely pick up the game. It's awesome. I enjoy it a lot. If you're a fan of survival type games, Green Hell is incredibly difficult, but also incredibly realistic and a lot of fun for those people who love the crafting, love the surviving, just love, well, hell. And Green Hell right now is $6.24, down from $24.99. It's a 75% sale, and so if you haven't picked it up yet and you like those type of games, I would definitely get it. I've played it a little bit, and I'll be honest, I found it really, really difficult. Now, just a couple more titles on the list, and I gotta say, SteamWorld Dig is awesome. It's a lot of fun. Super, super fun game. Pretty simple, but also difficult. It's like one of those games that's kind of like, it's easy to pick up, but it's hard to master. And right now, the game is $2.49. Also, the sequel is on sale as well, and you get the whole collection, and it's, I believe, it's $6.99 for that, and that is down 65%. And I'll throw something over to my boys at Guacamelee, who just finished Nobody Saves the World not long ago. The Guacamelee 2 Complete Edition is $6.74. And if you've never played it, this game is fantastic. If you're into like Hollow Knight and those kind of like side-scrolling platformers, this is the perfect game for you. Not only is it pretty entertaining, but it's also really difficult. So it's got all those aspects to it, but it's achievable. I want to make sure to put that up there. It's difficult, but you can, in fact, you can achieve your goals in this game and actually beat it. I did, and I'm not that great at those kind of games. So I would definitely recommend picking it up because you get everything there. And regularly, it's $22.49. Also, the first one is also on sale too, and I'll go ahead and put the price of that in the description. But anyway, this video has gone on long enough because I was only supposed to talk about really 2 games, and I talked about a whole bunch. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and yeah, let me know if you want me to put like a first impressions video up or something on Pathway and sorry, I'm like dead. On Pathway and Gods Will Fall. I've been super excited to play them, and I will definitely get to it anyway. So yeah, just let me know. Anyway, guys, like always, I'm wishing you health, wealth, and above all, I hope you're really, really happy. I hope Easter was great and this last weekend was awesome for you. Take care, guys. I love you.